So it seems like in the midst of all of this drama, KSI has finally responded to a lot of the stuff going on with Lunchly. Now if you don't know, Lunchly is a new product released by the YouTubers MrBeast, Logan Paul, and also KSI himself, and pretty much it's supposed to be some kind of like kids meal where they can like kind of make their own meal. If you don't know, it's kind of similar to Lunchables, which is an already ongoing thing, and pretty much they advertise this as a more healthy version or a more healthy alternative. Obviously Jacksepticeye put out a post about this saying that they're making a new Lunchables competitor and it will feature prime feastables chocolate and also a variation of food. So it actually incorporates both the brands of Logan Paul and KSI and MrBeast. So Logan Paul and KSI's prime will be included in the meal, and then MrBeast's feastables chocolate will be included, which again isn't really the best thing that you should be selling to kids. And pretty much they've been getting a ton of hate lately for releasing a lot of this stuff. Obviously it seems like a massive money grab and that they don't really care about, you know, producing healthy stuff for kids, because obviously it's not if you're including prime and chocolate bars. And obviously this got called out by a lot of people, including Dan TDM, yes, the Minecraft YouTuber. And obviously this got massive. It got 50 million views of him saying what happened to YouTubers and saying that this is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple, how does this benefit their fans? Obviously this caused a massive drama on Twitter, and you know, KSI Logan Paul responded to this. And throughout this entire drama, and even with like Prime and everything like that, KSI has been kind of silent on a lot of things. He just doesn't really talk about it. He kind of just, you know, turns up to the photo shoot, smiles for the camera, and then goes back to doing what he's doing. But it seems like he's actually replying to a lot of this stuff, especially with Lunchly. And of course, Logan Paul has been very vocal about it on Twitter and stuff, replying to pretty much everyone, you know, about this thing. But now it is actually KSI's turn to reply, and he made a video actually talking about this entire situation, saying everybody hates us right now. And as you can see, yeah, the like ratio is not great. He's got 110,000 dislikes and only 59,000 likes, and had the painful task of actually watching through this entire 19-minute video, and it was terrible. Honestly, it is a massive yap fest, and he didn't really answer much. Everyone was expecting him to actually address a lot of the issues that people were talking about, which one issue that the competitors for Lunchly, or, you know, Lunchly's competitors, I guess it's both ways around, brought up was saying, at least we don't have PFAs in our food. That was in response to someone on TikTok. If you don't know what PFAs are, they are pretty much synthetic chemicals that get put into a lot of food. And obviously it's not great to be putting it in food that's going to be, you know, sold to kids. And pretty much throughout this whole video, he addresses everything going on, including the whole Dan TDM stuff of him actually replying to it. And he pretty much calls him a hypocrite and says that he's done stuff in the past, and it's really weird because he's just trying to make up excuses for everything that he's done. And he also mentions, you know, them moving the goalposts and things, when that isn't the case at all. The goalposts were exactly there, and he just didn't realize them. And he pretty much goes through some of the tweets that he brought up and the replies that he said to Dan TDM, which again is nothing new. He pretty much just explains what's going on and tries to make fun of Dan. And he also just brings up these really weird jokes where he tries to make a funny voice to imitate a lot of his fans and a lot of people that were replying to him and being, you know, angry at him. It just ended up being really unfunny and just annoying overall. If you want an example for this, here it is. There is a massive headphone warning for this because it's just so annoying.
Oh well, Dan only did this once. He's only made a video once about sweeties to his audience, so you're wrong.
Yeah, again, you can see why this is just so stupid, and that him poking fun at a lot of people on the internet just isn't going to help his situation at all. Because that's pretty much all this video is. He's kind of taking it really, like, unseriously. He's just joking about, and he's pretending to be angry when actually I don't think he is. Obviously, he, you know, acts angry and starts, like, moving about really quickly and just being all weird. But down to the core, it doesn't seem like he's angry, as he just constantly laughs as soon as he tries to talk about something even serious, which again just comes off really terribly to fans. Because if you want to sell this product to a lot of people, I don't think a good business move is to suddenly make fun of people that, you know, dislike it. As, you know, there is still a chance you could sway people into believing in your product, but I think you've completely lost them whenever you start joking about them and trying to imitate them, you know, on a video. Then he also goes on this weird rant about talking about candy and just overall sweets and stuff, which is nothing to do with his product. As you know, Lunchly is a product that's used for lunchtime stuff. It's got like pizzas and like different weird things that obviously kids would enjoy. And the only kind of like sweet feature of it would be the chocolate bar, or maybe Prime, I guess. But the only actual like sweets or kind of chocolate involved is the Feastables bar, which is tiny. And for some reason he goes really in on that, and he goes on talking about other YouTubers products like Ryan Trahan, who has his own candy brand, which again, as you can see on the packaging, it uses 80% less sugar and all of this stuff. And you can see that he's actually tried to, you know, make a difference with this kind of candy stuff, and it seems like something that he's genuinely interested in, as well as the fact that, you know, anyone can enjoy candy or sweets. It's not necessarily targeted at kids, whereas this, you know, I'm not really seeing an adult eating something like this unless you're Asmongold on stream the other day trying out the differences between these two. So again, I just thought it was really weird why he was actually bringing up sweets so much, because he does mention this so much in the video, not just Ryan Trahan. I think he also goes into like FaZe Rug and stuff like that, who have also released like sweet companies. Now, I don't know if any of their business practices are good or not. You know, they could be just as bad as KSI stuff. That defeats the point. He's just trying to kind of draw attention to other people. And he even says in the video that he's not trying to throw these people under the bus, but he mentions them multiple times in the video, which again, I just think is just not the right thing to do. You should address your own issues and not bring other people into it. He also goes on to some replies and stuff, saying that some of the replies were being racist towards him, which obviously is terrible. No one should be racist to anyone in any kind of circumstance, no matter what they've done. But the thing is, KSI tries to kind of make it seem like this is one of Dan TDM's fans, whenever that might not even be the case, you know? How can you tell exactly that this guy follows Dan TDM? This is a massive, you know, drama that's been going on the internet recently. Anyone can kind of weigh in on it, and he pretty much just said, yeah, Dan TDM's sending his fans over to me to, you know, attack me, and some of them are being racist. Which is almost kind of like laying the blame on Dan, even though he hasn't actually done anything wrong. All he did was call out in what he thinks is obviously a bad kind of business practice, especially from YouTubers. And then a lot of people have weighed in on it, and then he says, oh yeah, your fan's being racist, when he doesn't even know that this user is actually a fan of him or not. So again, I think he's really just trying to clutch at straws there, which is just really weird. And I think that's especially why he's gotten a lot of, you know, dislikes on this video. And I think also another reason why he's got so many dislikes on this video is that he just yaps so much. Now, I do a lot of yapping on my channel over on my Gacha one, where I actually talk about a lot of updates, and I do try to stretch out the video a little bit because, you know, you need to get to that 8-minute mark, but holy, I have never seen someone yap so badly in my life. This guy just goes on and on and on, and doesn't really get to the point or address any of the issues, and instead just kind of, you know, makes fun of it. As I said at the start, this is all he does throughout the entire video. Even the Reddit, his own, you know, r/KSI, are mad at him. Like, most of the posts are very negative, and he does actually react to that, and he's like, he's all confused, being like, oh, why are you guys like hating on me? It's not that bad, kind of. It's just the funniest thing I've ever seen, his own community even turning against him, and he still doesn't realize that this is a bad thing that he's doing. And that Lunchly is just a really bad cash grab, and that they're not actually trying to provide kind of a healthier experience for children, and instead are just trying to get that back. And obviously a lot of the comments down here as well are also backing up this point of, you know, yapping and things like that. Literally the top comment with almost 20,000 likes saying, responding to criticism, no, yapping tick. So again, everyone in the comments is saying bro's in a 3v1 and still lost. Bro actually thought he cooked. I like how JJ is hiding his community notes. So it seems like he's coping so much with this entire situation, and it's just really funny to see. Now obviously we're gonna have to wait and see what kind of happens in the future with this. Will more stuff develop with some of the other members? And will he make any kind of follow-up videos to this? Obviously, because, you know, it's got so many dislikes, you know, it kind of has to be addressed. But pretty much up to like 7 minutes or so, he actually does try to, you know, talk about the overall situation. But again, he just kind of goes around it very lightly, you know, he treads very lightly around this situation. And then about after 7 minutes, he just goes to react to his Reddit, and that's, yeah, pretty much the entire video. So again, people just thought that this just didn't answer anything, and he even put out a tweet which he later deleted saying that he had a Reddit video cooking up and that he was going to upload it, which pointed at like an actual response to this whole thing. But again, it's still not a response, it's just him being stupid. And by the way, it was deleted probably because the tweet was actually posted at like a really early time in the morning, I'm pretty sure. And someone was like, hey, why are you still up? And like, are you actually thinking about the situation so much? And then he had to delete it. So again, that's just a funny interaction that happened. And again, but it just seems like the situation is getting worse and worse for KSI, Logan Paul, and MrBeast. And yeah, I'll definitely keep you guys updated if anything else happens. And also, I just don't recommend watching this video. It was the most boring thing I've ever watched. And I pretty much explained everything that happened in this video anyways. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, as this is a new channel and we're covering all sorts of new stuff at the moment. So I definitely recommend sticking around, as we'll be covering more of this kind of stuff and also some other kind of internet, you know, situations going on. And this was just a crazy interaction overall. Yeah, that's all I got, and I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.